happens in that rematch?
Kovalev versus Ward. It'll be another close fight. Kovalev is a beast. We don't see that, and I'm sure Ward is gonna come out differently, different approach to the fight and fight a little bit smarter. So, I don't know. I think Ward still has the skills to be able to pull it off. Even though I think Kovalev won the first one, I think Ward could adjust and make a few differences and win a rematch a little more convincingly. Because the first one I thought Kovalev won.
Andrew Ward was able to make the adjustments over Chocolatito in the last team. They couldn't make those adjustments in the recent fights. Why do you think that is? Why do you think Ward was able to adjust to his opponent over Golovkin?
Well, see, we've seen it before. With fighters that smart and that good, like Mayweather. He fought Maidana. A lot of people thought it was so close. A lot of people thought Maidana won, but then he goes to rematch and he made a lot of jumps and he won. He did the same thing with Jose Luis Castillo. So I think Ward might be that type of fighter that could make those adjustments and win a little more convincingly. That's my opinion. I think if he goes down to 168, I think he could beat Triple G if Triple G moves up in weight. So it's just different opinions.
I gotta ask you about you. Last question. It seems like an end of an era for yourself. You sold the Rgba in Oxnard. You made a lot of great champions. What does that mean to you, that gym, and the moving on phase to the next chapter?
Look, I didn't sell the gym because it pretty much belonged to all my fighters there that are still there. Marcos Contreras, who was there with me since day one with all those European guys, without all those Eastern European guys since day one. So when I moved to Riverside, I made the drive for 2 years. I thought I would be able to handle it for as long as I could continue in boxing, but came the day where it was just too much for me. Driving 3 hours, 3.5 hours to Oxnard and then 2 hours back to Riverside, it just became impossible. And I had a good talk with Klimas, and I had a good talk with Marcos, obviously, and then I met with all the fighters, and I told them, it's time where I have to tell you guys, I know I made that commitment, but for 2 years, I sucked it up and did it, but,
Did it hurt to do that?
It was so hard, man, especially when my fighters were there and they, I seen their face, they felt sad. Gradovic, I made him a world champion. Gradovic came up to me, gave me a hug, and didn't tear, but I could hear his voice. Maestro, you made me a world champion. That breaks your heart. But I just, I was taking too many chances on the drive and my health also. There was moments where by the end of the day, I was dead tired. My body couldn't function. And honestly, now that I'm at home, that I'm spending time with my kids, I have little ones going to school. My wife is there every day. We could have a coffee together. We could have breakfast together. Things that I never did before. Honestly, I don't regret it. I love all my fighters in Oxnard, and I wish I could still be with them, but I just couldn't, for my personal reason, my family, and I think that's the most important thing, being able to spend time with the family, being able to take my little ones to school, stuff like that. I love it, and I don't regret it. I do miss them, but I don't regret it.
So the fans are
Garcia Boxing.